Happy New Year, people. It's Gino here from realeverydayenglish.com. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing some phrases that will definitely help you sound like a more natural and confident English speaker. And the common denominator in all of these phrases is the word all. So let's do this. Happy Sunday, welcome back to the channel, and as I said in the little intro, Happy New Year. I wish you all the very best for 2021, and I want to take this opportunity to thank every single person that watches my videos and has supported me over the last 2 years. I deeply appreciate it. Now, as you can see, the sun is shining, beautiful day here in the UK, but don't be deceived because it's absolutely freezing. As you can see on the floor, the snow hasn't quite melted away just yet. Here's a recording of what my car looked like this morning, and this is what you can expect your car to look like most of the time during the winter here in the UK. Let's check it out. So this is what you can expect your car to look like most mornings during the winter here in the UK. You can see the ice all over the windscreen and all over the wind mirror. Seriously cold this morning, well below zero. Okay, so the first phrase I've got for you this morning is know it all, right? Okay, so this is a phrase that we use to describe someone. So it's kind of an adjective to describe someone as a know it all, and it means someone who thinks that they know everything. Okay, so it's not actually saying literally that they know everything, because of course nobody does. It's used as a phrase that tries to express that this person thinks they know everything. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm at work. I know I use work quite a lot in my examples, but you seem to be able to get a lot of the phrases into that context quite easily. So let's say I'm at work and I have a work colleague. He's a nice guy, you know, I like him. I spend a lot of time with him. But let's say somebody else asks me about him, and I could say something like, yeah, he's a really nice guy. He's a bit of a know-it-all, but he's a really nice guy. And what that means is he seems to think he knows it all. But other than that, he's a really nice chap. And the next one is all the gear, no idea. Okay, now this is used to describe someone who has very expensive equipment towards a certain hobby or sport or whatever it is, but they don't seem to be very good at it. Okay, so to give you an example, I'm near like a pond. I don't know if you can see it over there. There's a pond in the background just over there, and people like to come here to fish. So they have a fishing rod and they're fishing. It's a sport. So let's say, for example, one of my friends has a really expensive fishing rod, really expensive equipment, all the gear, but he never catches any fish. Then I can say, mate, I know you've got all the gear, but you've no idea. All the gear, no idea. Before we move on to the next examples, I just want to say that these are British English sayings, as far as I'm aware, extremely colloquial. The idea of teaching you these kind of phrases is so that you can impress your British English speaking friends during your conversations, and of course to help you understand the natives when you visit this particular area of the world. I'm quite sure that most of you can probably already communicate these ideas, but these phrases give you the ways that we as native speakers in this area would use to describe the same situations. So you will impress your British native friends if you use these phrases when speaking to them. Okay, the next one, all over the shore. Now, all over the shore is an extreme colloquialism of the phrase all over the place. Okay, so we can use it in a few different ways. I'll give you a couple of examples. So the first one could be, let's say I have a job and I'm working for the railway. Okay, and my job requires me to work in many different cities all over the UK. Then I can say to somebody like, oh, I go all over the shore with my job. I go all over the shore, and it means I go to many different locations. Another thing you'll hear people, particularly in this area here, they will completely cut out the word the, so they'll say all over shore, but they will put like a silent T on the end of the over, so it's like, oh, I've been all over shore with them. And it's an extreme colloquialism, but just watch out for it. Okay. Another example of all over the shore would be when someone isn't moving in a steady direction as you would expect. So for example, let's say your wife or boyfriend has been on a night a night out and they come home a little drunk and they're stumbling and falling, then the following morning you could say something like, oh, you was all over the shore last night when you came in. And it means that they were stumbling around and falling around. Another example in the same context would be, let's say you're driving and there's a car in front of you which keeps moving side to side. The driver looks like he might be not paying attention to the road. Then you could say something to your passenger like, look at this car in front of me. He's all over it, sure. He's all over, sure. Remember the silent T. The next one I've got for you is free for all. Now, when something is a free for all, it's a situation or event which is unrestricted or disorganised, meaning that anybody who is present can take part, okay? So let's say, for example, you go to a wedding and there's a wedding party. Now, one of the things that are quite common at a wedding party here in the UK is a buffet. And a buffet is like an array of food that anybody can get in for. So you could say something like, oh, the buffet was a bit of a free-for-all, which means it was complete disorganised chaos with people just pushing in and taking what they wanted, okay? The next one I've got for you is the phrase on all fours, okay? And what this means is basically when someone is in a crawling position, so both your legs or your knees and both hands are in contact with the floor. So basically you've got 4 points of contact with the floor because both your knees and both your hands are touching the floor, hence the saying on all fours. So to give you an example, let's say I drop my keys and I can't find them, then I might have to get on all fours and start to look for them. The next one, all the rage. And what all the rage means is particularly trendy or in fashion, not particularly in a dress sense, although you can use it in that, in clothes sense, but in other ways as well. So to give you an example, the new PlayStation 5 is all the rage at the moment, and it means that everybody wants it. All talk, no action. That one's pretty self-explanatory. It means that somebody's always saying they're going to do things, but then they don't actually do it. All talk, no action. Thanks for joining me in today's video, people. Please let me know what your objectives for 2021 are in the comments below. I like to hear what other people's goals and achievements are. And like I said, I wish you luck. I'm going to finish with a view of the actual pond that I pointed out before, which is actually frozen. I'm going to turn the camera around. Oh no, I can get it there. You can see the pond is actually frozen and the ducks are just walking on top of it. Bye bye for now. Ciao, people.